Paracelsus's Concept of the Unity of Opposites by Dave Marsland of Cardiff Theosophical Society. Born in Zurich, Switzerland, Paracelsus, 1493 to 1541, also known as Philippus Aureolus Theophrastus Bombastus von Hohenheim, was a Swiss physician, alchemist, astrologer and philosopher of the Renaissance period. He is known for his contributions to the field of medicine, alchemy, and for his philosophical ideas. One of the key concepts associated with Paracelsus is the unity of opposites, which had a strong influence on H. P. Blavatsky in the development of her idea of polarity in the spiritual and physical realms. The concept of the unity of opposites can be traced back to ancient Greek philosophy and is attributed to Heraclitus, circa 540 to 480 BC, who believed that everything is in a state of constant flux and that change is driven by the tension between opposing forces. This was further developed by the Chinese philosopher of Taoism, Lao Tzu, who believed that the universe is a balance between the opposing forces of yin and yang. This balance between the opposites formed the basis of Taoist philosophy. Paracelsus expanded on these ideas and developed his concept of the unity of opposites. He believed that everything in the universe was formed from opposite elements and that these elements were in a state of constant tension, much like the tension between the notes of a musical composition. This tension is necessary for the universal order and harmony to be maintained. The idea of opposites coexisting together is a reflection of the universe and its harmony. Paracelsus believed that this concept was applicable in the field of medicine as well. He believed that disease was a result of an imbalance in the opposing forces within the body, and that healing could be achieved by restoring that balance. He also believed that the human body was composed of three parts, the spirit, the soul and the body, and that these three parts were in a state of constant tension. The concept of the unity of opposites is relevant to Paracelsus's life and work in several ways. Firstly, it reflects his holistic approach to medicine, where physical, emotional and spiritual elements were considered together. Secondly, it reflects his alchemical beliefs, where the aim was to transform base metals into precious metals, a process that involved the interaction of opposite forces. Thirdly, it reflects his philosophical ideas, where he believed that the universe was in a state of constant tension, as is the human body. In more recent times, German philosopher Georg Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel, 1770 to 1831, cited several cases of unity of opposites, including the concepts of finite and infinite, force and matter, identity and difference, positive and negative, and subjectivity and objectivity. In Hegelian philosophy, it is a series of conflicts, contradictions and synthesis that leads to a higher level of understanding. This concept is evident in Blavatskyan Theosophy, where the path to spiritual enlightenment is characterized by a series of trials and tribulations. Strongly influenced by Hegel, the Marxist concept of dialectical materialism is based on the idea of the unity of opposites, and argues that history is driven by the conflict between opposing economic classes, although many commentators believe that this oversimplifies the complexities of human society. H. P. Blavatsky does not concern herself with class struggle, but does refer to the growth of humanity through intellectual struggle, and draws an analogy with the union of spirit and matter when she says in The Secret Doctrine, "It is owing to this rebellion of intellectual life against the morbid inactivity of pure spirit that we are what we are. Self-conscious, thinking men, with the capabilities and attributes of godliness, for good as much as for evil. Hence the rebels are our saviours. Let the philosopher ponder well over this, and more than one mystery will become clear to him. It is only by the attractive force of the contrasts that the two opposites spirit and matter, can be cemented on earth and smelted in the fire of self-conscious experience and suffering, find themselves wedded in eternity. To sum up, Paracelsus' concept of the unity of opposites was a reflection of his holistic approach to medicine, alchemical beliefs and philosophical ideas. His belief that opposites coexist together in a state of tension reflects the harmony of the universe. This concept has had an enduring impact on philosophy, science and medicine, and continues to be studied and debated today.